Hello everyone, welcome to Art City Reviews. I am Adam AF and today we have Chaotic Flux, the metallic edition. That's right, it's an all metal cover. It is gorgeous. This is the first book by Scott Payne. It is his first entry into the comics book world, and it's a pretty good one. Now this is a dark sci-fi saga set in 2179. Chaotic Flux. This is Aliens vs. Monsters, part 1 of 2. And there's the whole credits team, the whole team there put together. Now I've got some good and bad things to say. I'm going to be totally fair about everything in this review. I like this book. This artwork is awesome. Whoever did the lettering throughout all the sound effects throughout the book did a fantastic job. One thing I noticed here, though, you've got Strife is this big battle android. He's pretty badass. So his captions are in red. The yellow is my favorite here. Soren. He's the exosuit, the leader of the Crimson Flame. These guys right here. This is what the metal print that came with it was, and it's so awesome. I can't wait to get it up on the wall. And then Zathura, her captions are actually in blue to distinguish everybody. And here's a gorgeous 2-page spread of her fighting off some of the Dread Fiends. I keep wanting to call them Dreadnoughts, but they're Dread Fiends, and they are creepy and beautifully drawn. So this actually, from where we just were from the first page, this takes place several months ago. So this is one time slip backwards, and it's her, and she's first encountering these awful creatures, and she's fighting them off with her crystal constructs that she pulls off her body. She can do some serious damage with. But here in one of the issues that I seen was that we went from we had the captions on the last page, and then here she's using word or thought bubbles, which I thought was kind of it's a strange choice, but not my book. There's a lot of dialogue too. Sometimes it kind of seems like it clutters up parts of the book. It makes it a little too busy. Let some of this artwork really shine, because these things are so gnarly looking. And they're just creepy. I love them. I really do. And then another issue I had was the second time jump. It slips back 6 years to when she's a child. And then it does a lot of backstory with her and where she grew up, and kind of where she came from. I would have liked to seen a little bit more with the whole team together. It's this first issue is very centered on Zathura. She is obviously the main character in this book, which is fine, but it takes up an awful lot of story before we finally get back to it goes back to where we were 6 months ago, back into the to the rain where she's fighting those Dread Fiends again, and that's kind of where it leaves us. We get a whole lot of backstory about her, and it left me wanting more. That's for sure, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But I think there could have been a little more action in this first issue. The 2 time jumps were a little unnecessary, and I think Scott tried to overachieve with the dialogue. And I can completely understand. He's been working on this project for a very, very long time, and it's been brewing in his head. So I'm sure that it's just itching to get out at this point. But overall, I was very, very happy with this book. It's a great read. I don't want to spoil the whole thing, so we'll just kind of skim through the creator list here. You should definitely check all these guys out when they get ready to launch book 2, which comes out later this year. I would have to assume that an opportunity at issue 1 will be available, and I definitely highly recommend it. It was a good entry. It needs a little bit of work, but these guys are new, and everybody's got a first issue. Everybody's got a first issue, and that's actually something that I'm going to start doing here in the near future. Is I'm going to take pros first issues and dissect them and pull out all the things that are wrong with those, because this is a great book. It really is. These guys did a hell of a job. I'm proud of these guys. I'm happy with what I got, and I'm excited to see more. I really, really am. So if you have not yet, make sure you subscribe and ring the bell for notifications so you can stay up to date on all things Arch City. Make sure you tune into the Weekend Woke Up this weekend, every weekend, Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. Central Time, and I will see you all later.